Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your man, Spaceman Stu, a.k.a. The Black Fiend, Black Phoenix Productions. You are tuning back into the UAP Radio Show. We are still out here at the Dopa Cabana event, Tattoos and Turpins, and we are here with one of the music performing artists, Miss ReeCee. How are you doing this evening?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I can't complain. Like I said, we out here with the music artists. How are you feeling about, the festivities that we had tonight?
I think it was really dope. There was a lot of dope vendors. I got a tattoo on some random stuff. I got to perform. I performed 3 songs. It was just really a good environment. People, entrepreneurs can get together and really start networking and get on some building stuff.
What do you think the benefit of doing events on a basis like this? This is a home-based, type of event. It's like back in the day, it used to be house parties, stuff of that nature, but we didn't have the different businesses and entrepreneurs incorporated into it. So what do you think the benefit of doing events like this is?
I think it's really good because we can actually start working as a team, and you can actually start using each other as resources, and teamwork and community and a sense of community, and it's very important because who else do we have, at the end of the day? So we have to do stuff like this. We have to talk and get out there and meet new people and put ourselves out there so we can all build off of each other.
How do you feel like we'll be able to, get more events like this off the ground and get people out to them? Because, this is, like you said, it was a great event. The food was great. Again, I'm talking about the food again. I love the food. The food was great. Everybody was loving getting tattoos. You got a tattoo, drinks, the food, everything. How do you feel like we'll be able to get more people out to, enjoy these events?
We really have to just do more spreading the word and everything. We have to actually, I think it would be, if more people knew what it was about, we have footage of what was actually going on, because it's hard to be able to tell from a flyer, what is really happening and what the event is all about. But I think we get film of all the vendors and everything that's going on and everything that you can get and do. I feel like a lot of people honestly missed out, but it can be really great if stuff like this, interviews, talking about it, and just really getting the word out and actually staying consistent. Because, as we keep going, it's just going to get bigger and bigger.
What do you think the benefit of, having our own media like this is? I know you spoke on it, just now, we're able to, record these footages of these different events. What do you think is the major benefit of having our own media and putting our own message out there?
It's very important because of the fact that no one's going to understand your message unless you are able to tell it, So I think it's important it's kind of like it's a behind the scenes type thing. You can see the type of event, but for me to even be able to sit here on this platform and it kind of explaining you what's going on, you're just going to see a different side of a person. You're going to see the different side of an event, and you're just going to be able to just gain a different understanding.
With we got the comedian in the background right now, speaking over everything right now. So we definitely incorporating that. Well, it's like I say, everything is still live. Like I was doing the interview with Black Light before. We was clowning around or whatever. But what I want to ask off of this is how do you feel about the event coordinator? Having the courage to do things like this, because it takes a lot of courage to do stuff like this, because you don't know how it's going to turn out. You can put the message out there, you tell everybody, and it might not turn out exactly how you want it to, but you still have the courage to go through with it. So how do you feel about the event coordinator going through with it?
I think it's really admirable that someone can even put together something with so many different elements, into one. I've never heard of a tattoo / cannabis community party / performances / you got food, you got vendors, and just it's just really dope. But it's a real tight-knit, private type thing to where it's still a community. So I really commend her. It's just inspiration for other people to actually go forward with their ideas, because this is definitely something that's original, I feel. So it's all about just going full-fledged with what you think and believe, and as you stay with it, it's just going to get better and better.
Okay, Doug, what's one thing you would like to see more of with events like this? What's one thing you would like to see maybe next time you're in doing this?
Personally, some vegetarian options. I was a little hungry, but I got some edible brownies and stuff. But I just feel like as we progress, we do need to start looking at. I feel like there's food is important. You know, I feel like we do need to touch on that as a community and everything. We need to start looking at how we eat, because that's why we are the leading cause of, or the leading in a lot of diseases and everything. So I feel like if these events, if we can bring like jackfruit sloppy joes, a lot of people don't even know what jackfruit is, but I love jackfruit sloppy joes. Like, and I think a lot of people would enjoy it. But if as we collaborate more, like I didn't even know this type of event existed. So like maybe I can bring something to the next event, or maybe I just feel like just more vegetarian options and more people, more of a turnout. I feel like a lot of people missed out, but I mean there's a lot of people here, but I feel like it could have been a lot more. But the next one I feel like is going to be a lot better.
It's crazy you speak on jackfruit. I saw one of my homeboys I used to work with. He was, he just now turned vegetarian, and he was talking about jackfruit. He was like, it's like the texture of pulled pork. Right. And I was like, all right, let me try that out, because I went like 6 months being a vegetarian, and I relapsed. I had to go back, but
come back on over.
It's a process. It's a process. It definitely is a process, because finding the different foods, and then some people like to drink, and then you have to, I guess, have the proper foods on your stomach if you're gonna drink. But as far as what other type of foods could you have besides the jackfruit?
Well, you can make anything just without meat. You can make Alfredo without meat, but put like peppers and stuff in there. You can make like all different types of stuff, like spinach, ravioli, a lot of different pastas you make without meat. Penne pasta with zucchini, squash, a lot of different kale stuff. I love like 7-layer dips, like that's like refried beans with a lot of black beans, a lot of like rice and avocados and colorful food like sweet potatoes, and there's like just a whole bunch of stuff like you can get. Like I recently I was eating out a lot before. I've been a vegetarian for 1.5 years, and but I recently started cooking more. But now that I've started cooking, it's really easy. Like I don't even want to go out anymore to eat. But like, there's a lot of stuff you can get. You just gotta go out to these places and go shopping. Mushrooms. You want to get like just a lot of different vegetables and fruits and cantaloupe, and just so you feel better. It's to the point where I don't crave meat. It don't appeal to me.
Haven't missed it even a little bit?
No, I've tried it over the course of the last 1.5 years. I've tried it, but it's like a different feeling. It's like grease and bones and skin and fat. I just don't eat food like that, so it's not my cup of tea.
I can dug it. Well, musically, we got to see you perform. This was my first time getting to see you perform, and I was speaking about the Black Light, about the song "Dreaming" you had did. What inspired you to do a song like that?
Well, really, Dream, that song I wrote maybe in 2014. It was just like really, that's a good question, because Dream, I feel like everybody goes through like an awakening stage, and I felt I was finding out a lot of stuff that I thought was true was not true. Like I grew up believing that I was less than just on the totem pole. I was the bottom of the totem pole. Not only am I a woman, I'm black. Like the bottom. I just looked at it as the bottom of the totem pole because of like everything we've been fed through the media. And there's a time, like you see me with my natural hair now, but I'm the type in high school nobody knew what my real hair looked like. I had weaves and tracks, and I just went through a lot of issues with self-love and just not knowing, to a point where I was maybe 20 years old, and I was like, I don't recall any history before slavery. And I'm like, man, they started all the history books and stuff from slavery, and it took for me to think like that, for me to dig deeper into it. And after I dug deeper, I felt kind of a betrayal, like, wow, so this is why everything's been kind of, the tables have been turned. So that's what inspired Dream, and really me going through an awakening, and that was how I expressed it. So it was a really dope song, that comes from a real place. So.
I can dig it. What I want to do is I want to take a short, quick break and come back and talk about more on, going through that awakening period. So we'll be right on back.
I say feel well, but in my mind out of this prison, in my soul out of this hell.
I found with my community, self-esteem is kind of, can be low in our community. So I wanted to create a brand that empowers our community, that empowers us, that makes us look in the mirror and go, you know, I look good today. My products are for me, by me, curated, you know, for me. And I think that's a nice feeling, you know. And not that my products are just for my community, but I just want to put that forward, that I did have my community in particular in mind. So that's a little bit about the products I'm launching. I consider it a 3-part hair system. I use all 3 products in my hair. I think that for best results, all 3 products are the way to go. Start off with your gentle conditioning shampoo, go into your conditioner, leave it in, rinse it out, deep condition with it, add a little bit of leave-in, go into the hair pudding to style your hair, you're good to go.